And we're live.
Hi, everybody. It's Paul Daubert with Keratin Complex. I'm the Director of Education. I'm excited to be with all of you today to talk about KCEXPRESS. Take your business to the next level. That's really what we're talking about, is really just kind of giving you an add-on keratin smoothing treatment from Keratin Complex that is fast, it's furious, it's going to give a lot of shine, just lock in that color. That's really what we're going to be talking about today, is locking in the coloring that you guys are doing behind the chair to give longevity, to give vibrance, to give shine, and to get rid of frizz. And it only adds 15 minutes to an overall service. So today, it's all about KCEXPRESS added on to your color services that you're doing today to boost up revenue and give that client that beautiful color service that everybody's looking for right now, and to give you a little bit of extra money in your back pocket to really kind of boost that revenue in your salon by adding it to every single client. Now, let me just stop right now. Think about that. Adding a fast, express keratin smoothing treatment to every service that you're doing. Just think about the dollar signs going, right? It's like you're in Vegas and you're just hearing all that change hit the bottom of that thing. And so we have our beautiful model here, Alexis. We did some fun stuff with her, and I'm going to go through each step of what we've done. But I'm actually going to show you and demo the KCEXPRESS over this freshly colored hair. I've already completed this side, right? But what I wanted to show is that full transformation every single time that you do a color service by adding KCEXPRESS to those services to be able to give her a keratin finish, a keratin complex finish, utilizing our signature keratin that is in all of our products, all of our treatments, all of our color. You notice that I have everything behind that I've actually used on Alexis today. And we're going to go step by step on what that looks like with Alexis. And we're going to talk a little bit with Alexis to explain her journey, because guess what, guys? She's never had color done in her life, and she decided to come and see me and get a keratin complex color and a keratin complex KCEXPRESS treatment on her. It's going to change her life. It's going to change how she feels about her hair. She's already talking about it like almost like getting a keratin treatment. It's almost like getting your first tattoo, right? It's now all of a sudden we're walking around and we're just pimping life, right? We're right in there. So what we've done with Alexis, and a couple of things that you can kind of see that she deals with in her hair is maybe a little bit of that frizz near that bottom end. You can kind of see a little bit of texture in there, and we're trying to give her a better, healthier, stronger hair through color and through the KCEXPRESS right over top of her color service. And she wanted to go all out, guys. She wanted to do something, but she didn't want to go too far, right? We started talking about bubblegum pink. We were going to go that route. But then with her being her first color service that she's ever done, I wanted to kind of keep it a little bit more natural in her hair, but still give her that punch where she walks down the street, everybody notices her color. And so this is kind of what we ended up doing, that beautiful Merlot, pinky, purpley kind of color, using our Graffiti Glam semi-permanent color. So I went through and highlighted, did a lot of zigzag partings, things like that, to give her a little bit more of a PC, poppy, colory feel. And you notice how beautiful that fits in with her natural level. I'd say she's like a natural level 6 coloring. And so we went through, highlighted up to that pale yellow, and then just jumped right in with our semi-permanent, giving her different versions of pink, right? So I went through with some of like a purpley pink, and then just that pink passion kind of effect in her hair to give her some pops of color. But then as she wears it in maybe a straighter fashion, it just gives her that overall lived-in pinky purpley kind of feel. She's excited. She's ready to rock. I asked her what she's doing this weekend. She said, I don't know. I was like, you need to take this hair out. You need to live it, right, Alexis? You need to get out there and do this. So that's really what this is all about, is just to give that health and strength back to the hair through the KCEXPRESS and really kind of add it to a service. So I'm going to share with you how quick and easy KCEXPRESS is, right? I'm going to run down the protocol for KCEXPRESS in a very easy way, right? So you prep the hair, you towel dry and apply the treatment right onto damp hair. You blow dry it in. There's no processing or saturation time. And then you iron 2 to 4 passes with 380 to 400 degrees. That is it when it comes to the KC Express treatment. And so adding it to a color, a lot of those steps you notice overlap with a color service, right? A color service normally looks like, and we went through a color service in the last day or so. First, you apply the color. You have to let it process, right? What's the next step? To wash the color out, right? And so that step of washing the color out, you're going to follow back up with a KC Primer pre-treatment shampoo by Keratin Complex. This is all you need to achieve KC Express onto every single service that you're doing in the salon. And so it's super easy. The KC Primer and then the treatment right over the top of that damp hair. And I'm going to show you what that looks like right now because I want to show you how fast and easy this treatment is. So after we did the color, I went through, rinsed out that vivid direct pigment, and followed up with a light KC Primer shampoo just to get that cuticle open enough for our KC Express keratin treatment to go right in there, that Express Blowout effect smoothing system. Super easy, super quick, super fast. I've already done this part earlier, just right before we jumped on live. So that's how fast and easy you're getting this, just really right, fresh as can be. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put our gloves on. I already have the KC Express in the bowl, ready to go. And so what we're going to do is just take 1-inch subsections, super easy, right? Damp hair. That's what this is. This is about fast, speedy, something that you can add to every service that you're doing in the salon and really kind of add only that 15 minutes of time. And when I say 15 minutes, I'm really talking about just the time it takes to apply the treatment. Because if you think about it, right, all those other steps that I talked about with KC Express, right, the prep, the blow dry, and then maybe a little bit of polishing on the end of that service is a lot of what we do already behind the chair. And so when we're looking at these treatments, it's about how fast and easy it is to add this to an already existing service and be able to, you know, get that maybe $75 add-on price. You're going to comb through, you're going to drop it, and you're going to go. So that 15 minutes is really about the time it takes to apply to the whole head of hair. You're going to see how fast it is just to apply to this one section. We're talking about 4 subsections of 1 inch each, and then apply it very lightly to the hair, right? I'm going to make sure we go through those ends. We're going to comb through, make sure it's distributed. And bam, we're just going to drop it and go. So it's that easy, that quick, that fast to add it to any service that you're doing in the salon. And when I say color locking, right, this is a great color locking treatment, KC Express, really because of that effect that signature keratin, that keratin complex signature keratin is having on the hair the minute I apply it to the hair. What it's doing is going in there, reinforcing those keratin bonds, giving stronger, healthier hair from the inside out. And then when I come back and actually blow dry and seal it down with that iron, 2 to 4 passes, 380 to 400 degrees, what I'm doing is locking that cuticle down with the strength of that keratin bond to give long-lasting coloring results. This treatment lasts up to 6 weeks in the salon. So what does that mean? That means every single time your client comes in to get their color, guess what treatment you're reaching for? KC Express to go right over that color service to give more vibrant, longer lasting color results, especially with Alexis here. When we went through with that, those fun fashion colors, I really want her to have the life of that color for as long as possible. And using KC Express in the mix with this color service is going to give her that more vibrancy, that shiny reflection of the color, and really showing off this color for a longer lasting time, right? And so a lot of times our clients are complaining about fadage, complaining about maybe a shift in the tonal families of our color that we're using, and using KC Express right over the top of that freshly colored hair is really going to enhance that color and protect that color for the lifetime of that color. And so that's the great thing about this. And with Alexis here, she's got the color bug now, right? It's almost like getting your first tattoo, right? that color bug is hitting her now because this is her first time getting color. She will be asking for this treatment, KC Express, every time she sits in my chair because she's going to feel the benefit of that signature keratin going in and protecting this color. So you saw how fast and easy that was, right? It's not, you know, we're using about 1 ounce of product per average head of hair. You notice that she even has a little longer hair, so you know that might be up into that maybe 1.25 ounces, right? But it's not a lot of product that you need to achieve great, soft, silky, shiny, smooth, and strong results with Keratin Complex and Keratin Complex KC Express. We have treatments for everybody, but this is the easiest, fastest one that you can hit literally every single client that sits in your chair. So the minute this is done, guess what we're going to do? We don't have to wait for it to process. We don't have to wait for it to saturate. There's no processing time. There's nothing. We go right in and blow dry this right into the hair. So I only did a small little section because we're actually going to do a little blow dry so you can see how fast and easy it is to get through this. And so what we're going to do, I still have my gloves on. We're going to do a 80% blow dry with my fingers. And then I'm going to follow back up with a vent brush or a round brush. Doesn't matter which one you're out there. You know, I call them my flatties and my roundies, right? Everybody has a certain tool that they love to use. With this treatment, you're able to use whatever brush you want to be able to get some volume, be able to get some style in there, because the next step after the blow dry, that 2 to 4 passes, we're not really going to affect too much of that volume or that movement in the hair. That's the great thing about KC Express. It's, you know, Alexis is not going to leave, and a lot of clients think, you know, keratin smoothing treatments are just going to make their hair flat and straight. They're not going to be able to live the life of that treatment. But with KC Express, we're going to be able to get some volume. We're going to be able to get some movement. We're going to be able to let her just leave the salon, just let the air, you know, catch that hair, blowing it around. But she's going to have that softness and that silkiness and that smoothness to be able to keep it from getting out to here. We're in South Florida right now, and it is hot outside. It is humid. And the minute you go outside, Alexa's hair just goes, right? It just grows with the humidity. But with KC Express, we're able to close that cuticle down, having less effect of that humidity, really giving her that beautiful, silky, controlled style that she likes. And I know you're excited about that, right? Of all things, she's excited to be able to walk outside without that, you know, environment taking control of the hair and really kind of taking it to the next level. So what I'm going to do is just kind of come through and just blow dry this hair. You notice how quick and easy it blow dries. We're getting at 80%. Really quick, really fast. I'm just using my fingers to maybe break up a little bit of that moisture. And that's how quick it was, right? We're about 80% right now with just that little blast of air. I'm really kind of just breaking up that moisture in the hair to be able to come right back with my paddle brush or round brush. I'm going to use a paddle brush. She's got a little longer hair. I want to get through this quick, right? This is KC Express. It's all about más rápido, right? And just really quick, really fast, you know, service to add to all my clients. And so what I'm going to do is come in, and we're just going to get this 100% dry with my paddle brush or round brush. Now, a lot of people ask me, what brush would I use for specific reasons? Right? A paddle brush, we recommend a paddle vent brush. You notice this one, the air blows right through. For coarser, more dense textures of hair, you know, a paddle brush is real nice because you're able to separate that hair and get airflow all the way around. If she had a little bit maybe finer hair, I could come in with a round brush to make sure that the treatment's not going to, you know, kind of draw her hair down. I'm able to get volume. Some KC Express can also maybe take a little bit of texture out of the hair, dependent on what your client is looking for. And so a round brush might be able to, you know, come in and reduce that texture just a little bit before you go into the iron, to where your iron work doesn't have to be so extensive, right? And that's really what this is about, is kind of each step of the way, setting yourself up for success for the rest of the treatment. And so I'm going to come through here and blow dry, and we're going to go right into ironing right after this. You notice already I'm getting a beautiful shine from that treatment in the hair. And you guys saw me. I just put the treatment on the hair right now. I mean, I am amazed on how fast and easy KC Express is to add into that daily life of a client, to be able to give them exactly what they want without me working so hard to get them there. And that color locking ability of KC Express is key when you're thinking about certain aspects of our industry right now. That add-on service is so huge right now in our industry, and being able to offer them a smoothing treatment, a keratin complex keratin smoothing treatment with that natural ability of making the hair stronger and healthier with our signature keratin is key to giving them that beautiful hair that they're looking for. We like to say at Keratin Complex, it's about beautiful hair every day by using all of our products, treatments, color, everything that we have to offer at Keratin Complex. It really has that power of that signature keratin to really give the client different results dependent on how you do the treatment, how you use the treatment. We're going to go through that a little bit when I actually iron this into the hair, because there is some customization that can come with our treatments, and especially KC Express, and really dialing in what your clients ultimately want for their hair. And we just did this color, so I know color locking is one of the things that she's excited about, because, you know, how many clients out there get this beautiful color, but then they're afraid when they leave your salon about what it takes to keep that color in their hair as long as possible. KC Express can take away that fear, give that confidence to that client, and give you confidence on what you're doing behind the chair as well when it comes to your color services, your haircuts, your hairstyling, anything you're doing in the salon. KC Express is perfect to add on to any of those services. So I'm going to finish up this last section here. Smile at the camera, Alexis. You're having fun. And so what we're going to do next is, the minute this is dried 100%, we're going to go right into ironing. Now, like I said, we've already done half this treatment on Alexis already. And I'm going to show you some tips and tricks, especially with the ironing of the treatments, to really get the best results for your clients. Because we have to really kind of do that proper consultation when we're looking at smoothing treatments, adding smoothing treatments into a client's, salon regimen, right? And really making sure that we're utilizing the tools that we have through Keratin Complex to really kind of maximize the results that we're able to get with the client, to the client, and then ultimately making our life a little easier, because when we do KC Express in our salon, we're actually making stronger, healthier hair. And in return, what does that mean? Right? When Alexis comes back to get her hair redid, right, to did up, right, when she gets her hair did, she's going to come in, and I'm actually going to be working with a stronger, healthier fabric, to where then my next services that I do on her, say we freshen up her color, or we do a haircut, or we come in and maybe we change this color and shift it. I'm actually going to be working with stronger, healthier hair to be able to achieve more with, rather than what I started with. And so that's a great thing about Keratin Complex and Keratin Complex treatments, is that cumulative effect of our treatments to make the hair result better and better the more you do the treatment. So that regular usage of KC Express is only going to get better and better results in the hair the more you use it. And so with Alexis, now that I've started her on color, right? Now she's a color fiend now, right? She's like, give me color. Now that I've done a KC Express, guess what? Now I've created a two-headed monster, right? And one that is obsessed with color, but also obsessed with the health of her hair with KC Express, locking down that color, giving her that frizz-free finish, up to 6 weeks. So every time I see her, guess what I'm offering her, right? I'm adding to her ticket that KC Express. The great thing about KC Express is it can be done as a standalone treatment as well. It takes about an hour to do from start to finish if a client just came in without any other services in the salon. I can charge her, we recommend about $150 for that service, right? Let me break it down a little bit, right? So 1 hour at $150 in the salon is great. Like, I would sign up for that every day. But think about this. KC Express added into services because of that 15-minute add-on ability with just the amount of time it takes to apply the treatment. I'm actually at charging $75 for 15 minutes, actually making $300 an hour instead of the $150 as a standalone. That is the power of a add-on service like KC Express in the salon. By adding it into services you're already doing, you're able to advance that revenue doubly. I don't even know if is that a word? Let's Google that. Doubly. I'm making it a word here on behind the chair today. We're doubly the revenue that you're able to get because of the minutes that it takes to add this to a service. So 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes at $75 a pop. That's $300 for 1 hour of your salon time. But if you look at the standalone, you're still making great money at $150, but it's taking you up to that hour from start to finish. So the power of the add-on with KC Express is really the focus here at Keratin Complex, to let you know that adding this into every single client on the services that you're already doing behind the chair will take your business astronomically to the next level. And that's why I'm excited to share. If you can't tell already, I get passionate when I talk about Alexa. Is like, oh my goodness, this guy's out of control. But it really is just the power of having these tools to be able to just build a business and then maximize your business and then really kind of expand your business into other realms when it comes to revenue and when it comes to your clients' health of their hair and their, happiness with their hair. Really, I want you to be happy. Are you happy, Alexis? Very happy, right? And we didn't even do that.
Hi, Paul.
Yeah.
Hi, we have a quick question. And by the way, I just looked it up. Doubly is a word.
Oh.
So congrats.
Congrats to me.
But yeah, Allison has a question, and she's asking if KC Express works for all hair types.
Yes, if I haven't said that, yes, it does work on all hair types, all hair textures, all hairstyles. And the idea about it is, in our industry, we have an idea of what keratin treatments do to the hair. And here at Keratin Complex, we want to flip the script on that. Keratin Complex smoothing treatments is all about making the hair stronger and healthier. And in that sense, I'm able to get a lot of different results on a lot of different textures and a lot of different types of hair. So the customization that I was talking about earlier is all about this ironwork, to seal this treatment into the hair. With KC Express, I like to call it a polish, right? We're polishing that treatment into the hair. I can use it on all hair types, but then just change the temperature I'm using or the amount of passes I'm using dependent on the hair that you're working on. And that's the great thing about all Keratin Complex treatments, they are all customizable to fit whatever your client is looking for within whatever treatment that you're using. Now with KC Express, remember what I said, the window is very, very narrow, right? We're talking about 380 to 400 passes. What is that? That's 3 temperatures. I'm trying to show you 3 temperatures that you're able to choose from, right? 380, 390, 400, right? I'm going to explain what the temperature does in just a second. Then you have 2 to 4 passes, right? 2, 3, 4, right? So you're only dealing with 3 different variations in the passes. So you have 3 temperatures, 3 passes. What does that mean in customization? We're going to talk about it right now. So let me talk about Alexis's position that we're in right now, okay? I highlighted her hair to high heaven, right? not to high heavens. It's still healthy. We use It's a Blonde thing with Keratin Complex, which with that signature keratin protected her hair. But what I did was I lifted that hair and then deposited the our Graffiti Glam direct pigment into that hair. All right, so this is pretty healthy hair, but it because I highlighted and doing a lot of chemical services on it prior to the treatment, I am going to use maybe lower temperatures to make sure that I'm actually keeping the integrity of her hair very solid. So the number one rule with all smoothing treatments, and especially KC Express, is you want to use the temperature to seal in the treatment that is correct for the hair that you're working on, right? So if you look at it, right, and use your professional judgment and say, you know what, I would not put 400 degrees in this hair. I would not recommend my client putting 400 degrees on her hair when she goes home, which I am recommending right now. Then I will not use 400 in the treatment to seal it in. So you want to base the temperature you're using on the fabric that you actually did the treatment on, right? So coarse, more resistant hair, of course, probably is going to take a little bit more heat. Finer, maybe chemically altered hair is going to be a little bit lesser. Most clients will stick right in the middle, right? You're going to have that 3 passes, 390. That was, in my salon, that's really where that middle line is. And so when we're looking at this treatment, we really want to focus on doing what is correct in the treatment's protocols with the hair. So what I'm going to do with her hair is I'm going to lower it down to the lowest temperature, 380, right? And what I want to do is just polish this hair off, right? So 2 to 4 passes, the passes is going to give you the result that you want. Meaning, if you have the temperature dialed in correctly with KC Express, then the passes is actually going to give you the result in texture, right? So more passes is going to take more texture away, right? Not all the texture. So this can be done on curly clients, which I love my curly clientele getting a KC Express to just kind of seal that outer layer of their hair to really protect that curl. But what I'm going to do is not use high heat, high passes to achieve that for them to keep their texture. What I'll do is maybe choose that right temperature and then do lower passes to keep the texture in their hair. So temperature is all about the integrity of their hair. Passes, it's about what result you're looking for. Are you looking to keep some texture in their hair? Then you're going to go lower passes, 2 to 3. If you're trying to reduce a little bit of texture, maybe that half level or 1 level of texture reduction, then higher passes is going to achieve that. So hopefully that kind of situated. And that same rule can be used with all of our treatments across the board here at Keratin Complex. So we're coming to the end of this treatment, and all I have to do is seal it down, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm taking 1-inch subsections, the same sectioning I took to apply, I'm taking to iron. I'm going to start right at the base, and I'm going to come all the way through to the ends, 1 pass, right? Now look at that 1 pass, what that did. That shine is incredible, just with 1 pass. Two passes, right? I'm at a low temperature. What I did with Alexis a little earlier was I did that 3 passes to help control a little bit of that texture that she had prior to the treatment. So that's why we chose 3 passes for her. So I'm going to do 1-inch section, right? Now think about what you do in a color service, right? A lot of what I'm doing right now is actually what I would do at the end of a color service. I'm either hitting it with an iron to polish her color off, or maybe I'm taking a curling iron to it. So this part of the treatment is actually not adding a lot of time to the overall service. The time that is added is really that application of the product. And that's why I say it's great to add on to every service, because of that add-on ability without adding a lot of extra steps into the mix of what you're already doing behind the chair. And so when you're looking at this treatment, we're going to see this effect of KC Express lock in that color, add incredible shine, really make that color more vivid and vibrant, right? And really give her the help to be able to keep that color in the hair, to really lock in that ability of this color to be in her hair as long as possible. That's the one thing that maybe our semi-permanent, clientele, they're really looking for that treatment or that product to really lock in that semi-permanent color, to really give that longevity and vibrancy of that color. Now think about your semi-permanent, your refresh clients, adding a KC Express into that clientele will really keep their ends looking, fresh and natural and vibrant, instead of maybe over time getting dull and really kind of looking like they need to be refreshed, right? So I like to say that KC Express is just refreshing their whole hair from scalp to ends in a healthy, stronger way for the hair to be able to hold that color in, to get that color locking ability. But you see how quick and easy, right? Just consistent passes, 2 to 4 passes. I'm using a low heat, just really kind of getting that seal down at 380. I'm actually turning a little bit of her hair on the end to give her some bounce, and that's it. It's that easy, that quick, right? And I'm going to show you the big reveal here. I'm going to brush through, right? And give you that full effect of what this treatment can do over color, over your treatments that you're doing in the salon, or color services that you're doing in the salon, and adding this treatment to give that beautiful, shiny, silky, smooth effect, right? Look at how gorgeous that is, girl. Now you guys are going to see the before a little later, but what we're doing is just think about how good she looks right now, and she looked good before. It was just right, Alexis. It was Alexis, right? And now we're really amped Alexis up with KC Express, putting it right over her color to give her that longevity of up to 6 weeks. The next time she gets her color done, we're able to apply KC Express right over the top of her next color service to keep continually building up that signature keratin in her hair. That bonding is going to make the hair healthier and stronger. All I ask for, Alexis, is don't wash your hair for 8 hours. Will you do that, Alexis? She's like, I'm not going to wash it for a week if it feels this good, right? And so that's really the only kind of caveat with KC Express is we just recommend 8-hour wait time on getting their hair damp, washing their hair, clipping it up, putting it behind. It's only 8 hours, so she is ready to go right back into her regular scheduled programming at home with her maintenance of her hair. So whenever she needs to wash again, she's able to do it without having a long period of time to wait. It's only 8 hours. Alexis, can you handle 8 hours? She can handle it because she's got beautiful hair walking out of the salon. The minute she gets up out of the chair, she is loving her hair, and she's not going to want to do anything with it other than show it off, right? Catwalk. You ready for the catwalk? We're doing it. No, we're not doing a catwalk. We're not doing the catwalk. So check out KC Express. See how a 15-minute add-on to your color business will ultimately just expand your business to the ends of, like, you can't even imagine where it can take by adding KC Express to every single service. You saw how beneficial it was for Alexis. I loved kind of working on her hair. It's always fun to do a full transformation on someone, even if she didn't know what she was getting herself involved with. It's awesome to see the smiles on her face and really the love of her hair after she gets a smoothing treatment from Keratin Complex at KC Express. But with this color also, being able to get that longer lasting color effect, she is going to be living her best life here in the next couple of weeks with her color and that add-on of KC Express right over the top of it. I'm going to give her a goodie bag of Keratin Complex products to help support and maintain her treatment at home with our shampoos, conditioners, our blow dry aids and creams, and everything that we have at Keratin Complex helps support and maintain treatments. But you don't need a treatment to get that effect of that keratin in your hair by just getting your hands on some of our shampoos or conditioners or some of our styling products or anything that we have, you're going to get that instant bonding strength and health from within using our signature keratin here at Keratin Complex. So let me show it to you again, right? Because I'm excited. I'm excited for Alexis. I'm not excited for myself. I'm excited because I don't get to take this hair home, right? All I get is a couple of pictures, right, Alexis? You're going to give me at least a couple of pictures, but I can't take this hair home, right? And so what we're getting is that beautiful shine, but you notice how just natural that hair looks, right? It's soft, it's shiny, it's able to move, right? I'm able to, it's not weighed down. She's got you're able to get some volume up here and it just doesn't just come straight down. So change your views on Keratin Complex smoothing treatments, because what they can do is just give life back to your hair every time you do a KCEXPRESS right over your color service to get the beautiful, shiny, beautiful, soft, beautiful, vibrant, beautiful, strong hair that you deserve to give your clients, and you deserve yourself. Like every single one of you guys deserve beautiful hair every day. So it's been great spending time with you. Thank you so much for joining us. Check out keratincomplex.com and everything that we have to offer your business and to offer your clients to give them that beautiful hair every day. So till next time, stay smooth, my friends, and we'll see you soon.